Capone show episode. We're going to be talking about Raw last night, and we're also do kind of a SmackDown preview, but a very short SmackDown preview. So right off the bat, I was not for this Raw. Nothing surprising really happened. It just wasn't a good Raw. I mean, there wasn't anything after the SmackDown pay-per-view. They had the SmackDown pay-per-view with Great Khali coming back. A lot of upsets, in my opinion, a lot of surprises in who won. So Raw, to me, should have been something I think that they should have kind of had something happen that really made you go, oh my God. Nothing really happened. They continued to allow the storylines, but nothing really came off as like, wow, that's really interesting, or that's new, or that's something that gives them a little edge over SmackDown. Nothing like that happened. So it just wasn't a good Raw to me. I'm going to go over this real quick. First thing we had, the general manager, Kurt Angle, did announce officially that it is a Fatal 4-Way, which I've been saying for the last 2-3 weeks at least. So I don't think there was any surprise with that announcement. Did I just turn my mic off? No, okay. So there wasn't any surprise with that announcement. It wasn't like you were going, oh my God, is he going to announce this or that? Everyone was waiting for it. It was just a matter of time before they announced it. So no real big surprises on that. It just wasn't surprising at all. The next thing was they had Eli Sampson defeated Finn Balor. Again, Bray Wyatt helped out. And this annoys me about this kind of storytelling is that Bray Wyatt interfered again. 3 weeks in a row, they had Finn Balor get beat up or something by Elias. Last week, they had Bray Wyatt make his presence known. And then this week, he was out and did his sister Abigail. So I'm hoping that there isn't any more Eli Sampson. I hope he goes on to something else. And let's just, I'm going into SummerSlam. They have like a couple more weeks before it happens, but it's like, okay, let's just make it official and have them just do stuff. Don't bring Elias into it anymore. I wasn't surprised. Again, it was cool. I mean, he does the whole lights go out. He comes in there. It's a good gimmick. I like his gimmick, Bray Wyatt's, but I think that they just need to stop with they draw out stuff way too long now, much like my talking. Then we had Big Cass defeated Enzo Amore. God, I hope this is done. And I think it is. I mean, Enzo pretty much just got beat up again, so I don't know what they're going to do with Enzo after this. Cass looked strong. Big Show came out and got beat up. I mean, Big Show basically got beat up by Cass. So Cass looked very, very strong. I doubt that Big Show won't get back. I think they're setting up a SummerSlam match, obviously, between Big Show and Cass. So obviously something's going to happen there. But Cass looked very strong, which, I mean, I'm happy about. Again, I'm not happy that they split up Enzo Amore and Cass, but they're at least making Cass look, strong right now. And I do think he is going to go on to win his SummerSlam match. I'm sure next week, though, Big Show will do something to kind of look like he got one up on Cass. And then we had Nia Jax defeated Emma. This pissed me off, and I'll tell you, because forever they made Nia Jax look kind of weak, in my opinion. And the last couple weeks, she hasn't looked strong. And then what do? They have her come out, and sure enough, she squashes Emma. And Emma's someone who I think they could push too. But they have her squash Emma with this nice flip finisher, which actually Emma took all that weight. So more my props to Emma. But it just doesn't make sense to me that you do this, and then you have Nia Jax come out, and she's nowhere in the title hunt. But she looks, you have her squash Emma. So it's confusing writing on Raw. Like that confuses me as a viewer. You had this woman get beat up or lose, and then you have her squash Emma. So now she doesn't look like she can beat, now it looks like Nia can't beat Sasha Banks. She can't beat Bayley, but she can beat Emma. So where does that put Emma now? And now Emma's down below, and Nia Jax is playing best friends with Alexa Bliss. It's just confusing. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't get it. They had a 205 segment, which I'm just going to skip over because I'm not watching 205. I might start watching it, but I'm not watching it right now. And it's just, just keep it on the network. I don't know why they have it on Raw, really. So Bayley became the number one contender, defeating Sasha Banks. Okay. I think could have gone either way, but I was really hoping to see a Sasha Banks heel turn. They still have time, but I mean, like after the match, and Sasha Banks before the match was kind of egging her on, like she was going to do a change here, like she was going to be a little more that boss character. But at the end of the match, they're both just kind of standing there, and Sasha didn't do anything. So maybe she's going to turn on him at the pay-per-view. I don't know, but something just doesn't seem... It seems like you should have done it by now. I don't think having her turn at the pay-per-view makes sense because then, this is a feud, Sasha Banks and Bayley. We've seen it before for the NXT Women's title. So to me, it would make more sense to have it happen after Bayley wins the title, and then you have that feud because then it's just for the title. Whereas if you have Sasha Banks cost Bayley the title, then who does Alexa Bliss go after? I would hope Nia Jax because I think she needs to get a title reign. But I don't understand the script, the writing in that. So we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks. Like I said, we got a couple weeks before it all goes down. Then we have Jason Jordan defeated Kurt Hawkins. Again, Jordan, his first individual match, singles match, and he looked great. He looked strong, nice finisher. We'll see what happens. It was kind of unclear what's going to go on there. But we'll see what happens. He's going to get a push. How far up he'll get a push, who knows? Then we had the Revival defeated Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The Hardys did come out. They attacked the Revival. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are kind of getting put to the back of this. I hope they're not getting completely just taken out. I hope that they are going to be part of it because I think they're a great tag team. And like I said, tag teams are a very slim thing in WWE right now. So hopefully they actually use the tag team division and use all these guys and not just Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, disappear or go on to something small. Hopefully we see them, allow them. And this could be really cool. I love the Revival. Just fists, no flips. I love them. They're old school. They kind of remind me of the Attitude Era type guys. So I hope they win the titles at some point. Obviously, this isn't a title feud, but hopefully they'll win the titles. Sheamus and Cesaro had a vacation, apparently. So then we had the main event was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeated The Miz and the Miztourage, you're calling it. Good match overall. The ending is really what people were looking at, and at the end you had Seth Rollins put the Shield fist out, and Dean Ambrose kind of walked away from it. Now before that he was hugging him and saying correct, and he walked away from it. So they might be setting up a feud there, although I don't think people want to see them fight. They want to see them reunite. So if you have them feud with each other, you're just going against what the crowd wants. And this is something that WWE, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here about this. This is something going back to the Attitude Era. In the Attitude Era, they were really good about listening to the fans. And the fans absolutely controlled what happened because the fans said, we want Stone Cold to be our guy. We want The Rock to be our guy. And WWE, hear that, Attitude Era wasn't about heel and face. A lot of the heels during the Attitude Era got the biggest reactions from the crowd because the crowd loved it. Stone Cold Steve Austin was supposed to be a heel, but the people said, no, we like this beer-drinking guy who just says F you to his boss and does this. And that's what got him over. He didn't change his character. WWE right now is not listening to the fans. WWE right now is saying, we want this person to be this way, and we want you to like them as a face or as a heel. And that's how we're going to do it. And if you don't like them or it doesn't work, we're going to change them. That's exactly what happened with Enzo Amore and Cass. Is they saw a tag team. WWE, in my opinion, saw a tag team that was like, we want to do this with them, but the crowd wants this way, but we want to do this, so we're going to do it the way we want. They're not listening to the crowd, because if you listen to that crowd, they were a tag team that should have had the belts. They should have gone crazy with that tag team, and they should have had a good run. American Alpha did have a title run in SmackDown. I will say the crowd didn't warm up to him very fast, but they didn't give him a chance. That's the thing about WWE. They want stuff now. They want, and if you get it, great, but they're doing their thing. They don't listen to the crowd right now, and I know a lot of people would say, Chris, but they say it all the time they listen to the crowd, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of people in WWE, if they saw this, would be pissed and say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But in my opinion, they do not listen to the crowd. They do what they want. They don't listen like they used to, and it's kind of a shame, in my opinion, because this could have been, it's if they listen to the crowd, you have a lot more viewers. But against the PG era, Attitude Era, it was not PG. So, all right, guys, that's my Raw breakdown. SmackDown, I'm going to do the SmackDown preview right now. We're coming off a pay-per-view. I'm not going to go through all the matches. I do think I'm going to just, I don't know if we're going to see, I'm not looking online here. I'm going to kind of go and see how good I am. But I'm sure we're going to see Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis probably challenge Sami Zayn to something, or maybe another match in there. I don't know who's going to be the number one contender. I don't know if Randy Orton's going to continue it. It all depends on if the Great Khali is back. If Great Khali is back, then I wouldn't be surprised to see Great Khali and Randy Orton doing something. That seems like a terrible match to me, especially if they're going to make it a SummerSlam match. As far as who goes against Jinder, I don't know. I don't know who he goes against. It'll be interesting to see who they put there if it is not Randy Orton. I'm hoping it's not John Cena, but it seems like that's where they're going to go. And it seems like John Cena is going to be the one that kind of, goes after just winning the flag match. It seems like that's the obvious choice. I hope not, but, that seems most likely. You had Natalya won the women's 5-way match, so she'll probably be on the show. I'm sure they'll do some match with her and another person. Naomi, I don't think we'll see a briefcase return in on tonight. Could be wrong. It would be kind of interesting if they did that, but I just don't see that happening. Other than that, I think it'll be a good show. I think that's kind of the big stuff going on. You'll have Rusev, you'll have Lana, you'll have all the other guys who are on there. New Day just won the tag title, so I'm sure they'll do something with the New Day. It'll be interesting to see who comes out. Maybe Usos, maybe a new team. Brazango, maybe they'll show who's been attacking them. But I'm expecting a good show. I do like SmackDown right now over Raw. So that's going to be this video, guys. I'm probably going to have I said I'm not going to do this, but I know I'm going to have another video up today. And it's going to be my first kind of title, might be my only for a while, but it's going to be my first title replica belt review, because I have a couple belts that I wanted to show. I'm going to show 2 of them. I have a third one that I'm not ready to show yet because I need to get re-leathered. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy watching. And as always, my name's Capone, and I'm going to say, peace!